Welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Toluca FC versus CF Montreal, Leagues Cup 2025, League Phase, Match Day 2. And I'm sorry for being late. StreamYard freaking glitched out. Had to get a cup for my Coke and, well, unexpectedly, my StreamYard glitched out. I'm sorry. The game hadn't started yet, but don't make me get pissed off. Not at you, but the fact getting pissed off at myself. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. But with that, I'm already pissed off at TFC, but don't get me pissed off at myself. Don't do that. With that being said, Toluca FC contra CF Montreal en la Leagues Cup Fase de Grupos, Partido 2, playing at Red Bull Arena. Here we go. I didn't miss anything. Am I really late? So what if those 5-minute buffer? That's why I give myself a 5-minute buffer. With that being said, start 11s are as follows for Toluca. In goal, we have Luis Garcia. The back four of Diego Barbosa, Luan Garcia. We have Federico Pereira, Jesus Gallardo. Midfield three of Franco Romero, Marcel Ruiz, Paulinho. And the front three of Paulinho, Alexi Vega, and Jesus Angulo. Starting 11 for Montreal, we have Jonathan Sawa. The back four, David Bugaj, Fernando Alvarez. We have Efrain Morales. We have Alexander Gaboglo. The midfield three of Victor Latorre. We have Joel Waterman, Samuel Piet. And up top, Kennedy Sinchuk, Caden Clark, and Prince Owusu. How we doing, Dillon? How we doing, Henry? Toronto were dumb, call the Pirate. Exactly. But, hey, if they did, they got rid of one of the guys that a certain Pirate wanted on the team. Idiots. Idiots. That's what I was referring to. I'm so pissed off, I don't even want to scream. Like, I'm that pissed off. I'm that pissed off that I don't even want to scream. Like, you have lost your damn mind. Hey, at least Winvo will be happy. I don't think Spicer wanted... The way it reads to me is Spicer felt like he was getting done wrong by Toronto. Which, I mean, I can agree with that. And they promised him things, I guess, when he got drafted that they didn't pay off. So, understandably so, but the only thing that makes sense if he wanted the trade, I can't really blame him. I can't really blame him if that's the case. If Toronto just wanted to up and trade him, I know we're known for getting rid of our young players with potential. This is the worst. This was the worst. This is the worst one of them all. And this ain't the first time, and it certainly won't. Well, it depends on who their manager is. It may not. It may be the last. It may not be. It probably very likely won't be the last time that Toronto does some shit like this. But I think this is the worst. I mean, Jaden Nelson, that one blew up in our face, but it took him coming back to Vancouver to make it blow up in our face. Luca Petrasso, I didn't like that one, but all things considered, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Getting rid of Jason Russell-Rowe, I mean, technically he went to college and we still had his discovery rights, but we still let him go to Columbus when he finally signed up for their main team. That was bad. That was bad. I saw Cena turn face. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't care. I'll still cheer for him anyway. Yes. Yes, he will. They needed a guy like him, actually. So, good move for them. Dumbass move for Toronto, but amazing move for Orlando. They needed a guy like him. They're playing Toluca. Montreal are not beating Toluca. Columbus kept it close, but that's because Columbus is Columbus. And they just beat Puebla 3-1 Columbus. Toluca is not losing to Montreal. I'm sorry. There's no way. And they're both on the road, technically, here. Toluca wearing red, Montreal wearing blue and black. I'm going for the red team, but that ain't too weird for me to say. Ain't too weird for me to say. Hold on. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Sealy on the bench. Why? I'm not sure. Nelson's not a loss for TFC. Neither was Jason Russell Rowe or Schaffelberg. They did nothing here. Because we got rid of them before they even could. Well, Jaden, well, the dude was what, 15 when he made his debut? He's definitely getting closer to his peak, or at least to the start of it. Okay. Rowe, we couldn't even give him a chance because he went to college and then he went to Columbus. Jacob, he had flashes, but they let him go before he could hit his prime. I will admit, Jaden being as good as he is for Vancouver did surprise me. That surprised me. Jason Russell Rowe being as good as he is for Columbus, that didn't surprise me. Schaffelberg, until BJ Callahan hated his guts for some reason, doing as good as he did for Nashville, that didn't surprise me either. But yeah, Jaden did surprise me, so fair enough. Cruz Azul. Pumas is just sad. Pumas is just sad. Cruz Azul, that was funny. I have not heard any of that. So you're telling me that was a protest last night? That is a crazier excuse than having the shits. Believable. Well, then again, it is. It's believable. It's a believable excuse, but it's definitely, why couldn't you just say you had the shits? People won't question it. They may call you punks, but they won't question it. How we doing, William? I have no idea, especially as defending CONCACAF champions. Both teams won in penalties during their first match on Wednesday. Wednesday? Or Tuesday? Tuesday. There we go. Jose Rivera, the center ref tonight. Selvin Brown, the fourth official. I don't care if they're protesting the team or not. Frankly, Larcamon should still get fired. Armando Villarreal is the VAR referee. I'll tell you this. When it comes to Cruz Azul, Larcamon should get fired. Fired. Like, that was... You can't lose 7-0, not get fired. You really can't. Like, especially with the defending CONCACAF champions, you can't tell me. You legitimately can't tell me that he should not get fired. He should be gone. Hey, Cruz Azul, how do you feel about a lightly used Robin Fraser? Hey, Cruz Azul, how do you feel about a lightly used Robin Fraser? Amazing idea. And we're off. Montreal kicks off the first half. Completely agree. Josie should be an academy coach to work with the strikers, or hell, the strikers on the main team. Like, Josie being an assistant to work with any of the strikers, the whole damn franchise, the whole club, whether it be the top two or the academy, all of them. All of them. All of them. I'll be good with that. 100%. Even washed up Josie still would be better than half the damn strikers we've had since we let him go. Except for DeAndre Kerr. I'm not saying DeAndre's been that great. I'm just saying at least he's pulled his weight. Bare minimum. I was a little bit too harsh on Josie when that last year happened. He did, and they still lost, 5-2? Yeah, I saw Morris score twice yesterday. Tijuana still lost by 3. That doesn't surprise me. Yep. But yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Toluca playing forward. Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with that. Either that or D-Row. But Josie won the trophies. Honestly, both. And that'll be picked up by Sawa. But no, I totally agree. Hell, both. I mean, D-Row and Josie, having them both teach the strikers, I think that's the perfect situation. Or one could coach the main team as an assistant, the strikers on the main team, and the other one could just drop by after they're done coaching the academy. Depends on how you want that to go. Playing forward. Cross, nothing there. As far as I could tell, no. Maybe it's about the NIL. They want to make NIL less, pretty much buying a championship, which I'm fine with that. Like, NIL got so bastardized. They kept it so much of a gray area that it pretty much became a pot to buy a championship, or at least try. I don't blame them for trying to make it less of the Wild West. Like, NIL is a good thing. Players should be paid. The players should be paid in college, especially college football. But NIL was supposed to be like they get endorsements from local establishments and they do commercials with them, or like Adidas or something. It was never supposed to be a school's pot of money. And that's what it became. I mean, states done go with a Bulldog initiative. I'm not saying they haven't, but I mean, if you look at the transfer portal, I mean, I can understand why NIL needs to be more refined and be more like it was supposed to be in the first place. Like, for the first year, no. Like, the first year or two, no. They definitely were like, oh, here's a commercial with Arch Manning or whatever. Like, they tried to make it look like it was supposed to. Then, like, year 3, they're just like, nope, we'll pay you freaking $1.5 million to transfer to Alabama or something like that. Like, they really gave up the ghost there. Like, they didn't even try after like year 2 of NIL. They were like, nah, it's fine. We're just going to pay them. So if that's what they're talking about, I mean, yeah, there's an issue with that, but I do believe college players should be paid. I agree. But they should get a cut off the jerseys with their names on it, or the fact they had a deal with, like, if you're in Mississippi, they had a deal with Crystals or something, you know? Or some of that ilk, right? Or if they have an Adidas deal, well, there you go. If you're that good already. Should have never been, Texas A&M, we're going to pay you $2 million to transfer to Texas A&M. So definitely NIL needs to be legislated to be put back to what it was supposed to be in the first place. I saw that. Yes, I just said I saw that. The clips of it, at least. I didn't watch the damn full promo. And Montreal playing forward. Playing forward this close to SummerSlam. Either John is trying to fool Cody or Cody's turning heel on Sunday. Or John's actually turning face because Rock has nothing to do with the storyline and they fired Travis Scott. Toluca. Nope. I mean, I understand the feeling. They're valid to have that feeling. They're valid to have that feeling. I understand it. Either worrying about themselves or worrying about their player. Understandable. I have no problem with people who have that thought process. How we doing, Isaiah? Yes, I agree. Of course, if he does, that means he wins the title, which I don't exactly want him to do that, but, you know, I kind of want to see Cena leave the company with the title. I know he won't, but I wish he would. I mean, the Leagues Cup is propaganda for MLS, but that's not the way I was looking at it. 9th minute. Honestly, I totally agree. Like, Cody Rhodes is such a damn snake. Like, the dude, the thing that's funny about him is he never wanted to turn heel. You know, even in AEW, that's why he left. Because the crowd wanted to turn. He's like, nope, I'll go back to WWE. Because I guess he thought, hey, my name's hot right now. The fans are going to accept me back. Give me a hero's welcome. The injury helped him a lot. I'm going to admit this. I think Cody getting hurt helped him a lot, not getting booed. Like, if they ran the same storyline, how we doing, Elias? Like, let me put it like this. Cody tearing his tricep was the best thing for him. And then actually finishing the match before he walked away was the best thing for him. Because that was like street cred times 1,000. To finish the match with that torn bicep and having that big old bruise at Hell in the Cell. Understandable, right? And then he's gone for 8 months. He comes back at the Rumble, faces Roman, loses, does the finish the storyline, but people still cheer him. If he had to run the same storyline without tearing his bicep, and he had to still do the 2 years of like waiting to beat Roman, he probably would have got booed before the second WrestleMania. Legitimately, I think the only reason he still was completely cheered up to WrestleMania, 2 reasons. The injury and being out for 8 months, because they would have had to have him spin his wheels for 8 more months, and God knows how many more Seth matches they would have had. And then second of all, Rock. He basically got I'm not saying it was manufactured, but Rock, weirdly enough, turned Cody into Daniel Bryan, if you understand what I'm saying. People wanted to see Cody beat Roman. That's all they wanted to see was the story get finished. Rock tries to steal that from him, and Cody gets a Daniel Bryan-like storyline of like the big dogs are against him, and the fans fight for him. Rock being an idiot, thinking he could just waltz in there and take what Cody earned, and the injury are the things that saved Cody from being booed until after he won the title the first time. And then I'd say about SummerSlam last year was where it really started. Cody's problem was Stardust. Don't say that. You'll piss him off. Don't let Cody hear what you said. That'll piss him off. Cody hates that gimmick. Cody hates the Stardust gimmick so much. I thought it was entertaining, you know? Like, I understand at some point he thought he'd be himself again. I get that. But, I mean, are we really shocked that Vince kept him Stardust was going to keep him Stardust for that long? Dude, the last, Dustin never got to wrestle as Dustin under Vince except for a damn house show. Once. Every time Dustin was in WWE, from when he became Goldust to the last time he was in WWE, he was Goldust except for one night when he got to be Dustin. And I think one of those Starrcade shows. It wasn't a dark match anyway. Saved. Wasn't that a dark match anyway? It wasn't even on TV, I don't think. I mean, Ted DiBiase Jr. has his problems with the Mississippi legal system. I don't think you'll see them all together again. Because Ted Jr. and Ted Sr. both stole from the Mississippi Welfare Fund. Even if he didn't have legal problems, I don't want to see Ted Jr. Awesome theme song, but he could go, you know what? Yeah, no. He could GFY. You don't steal from my home state. You rat bastard. Same goes for Brett Favre. Amazing quarterback, but dude's a piece of shit. Stole from the Mississippi Welfare Fund to build a damn, volleyball arena? Asshole. Phil Bryant, you could stick it 2. All y'all are scumbags. And Tate Reeves, you're a scumbag too. I'm not saying you had anything to do with it, but hey, Mr. Potato Head, you're a scumbag too. Humpty Dumpty. I know, it was Humpty Dumpty. Either way, dude, look at Tate Reeves. He looks like Humpty Dumpty. Dude, screw you too. Screw you too. Son is leaving Spurs. I'm not surprised. Cross in. He's going to LA. Yeah, I think we figured that. But yeah, no. I have zero respect for Ted Sr., Ted Jr., Brett Favre. Damn it. What's Phil Bryant? Yeah, Ted Sr. had one of the best gimmicks of all time, and that totally got ruined by the fact he stole. He was part of that. I think it was both him and Ted Jr., right? It was part of the Mississippi welfare situation. It was both of them, right? I could have sworn it was both of them. Brett Favre was part of it too. You know he's from Mississippi, right? You know Brett Favre's from Mississippi, right? He didn't just go to Southern because he went to Southern. He's from Mississippi. Not really proud of that anymore because he went and tried to fuck over the state, but you know. Turns out, you know what's funny? I never thought I would say this, but I think I like Aaron Rodgers more than I do Brett Favre at this point. I can't believe I'm saying that. And no, it's not just because Brett Favre plays for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers plays for the Steelers now, but that helps. That helps. Weirdly enough, I really started liking Aaron Rodgers when he was on the Jets, which is weird because I hate the Jets. But, yeah. Corner for Montreal, 18th minute, 0-0. Header. Well, he could GFY too. He could go F himself too, but it's not like he stole from the state of Mississippi. It's still wrong, but it doesn't tug at my heartstrings like those. Dude, do you know Mississippi? Mississippi welfare. If there's a state that needs a welfare fund, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that it's the facts. "19th minute." But no, yeah, Lamar Odom is just as bad. It's wrong to steal from charity or funds from a welfare fund, which is a similar theory. It just doesn't tug at the heartstrings like the DiBiase's and Favre and Phil Bryant stealing from the Mississippi welfare fund for me. That's wrong. That's wrong. No. I can't stand for that. I can't. Cross in. Header. Goal for Montreal! They score off the corner. Gaboglo. Wait. No. He was first one in the pile. Morales scores. It's Morales. 0-1, Sedano Uno, Montreal. They have the lead. Holy shit, what happened to him? Morales gets up there and boom. Toluca is down 1 to Montreal. Efrain Morales scores for Montreal. I can't believe it. Are they actually good now? Are they actually? Did that Forge match really just make these guys good? They have been damn good since that Forge game. I have to admit. Montreal have been very good since that Forge game. Like, they've been playing with anger. Like, they don't want to be embarrassed anymore. And I guess since the Saputo family put out the letter about the rebuild, are they actually good? Like, are they actually... Well, anger's a good motivator. I wish Toronto could show that. Whether it's... Well, the fans are. It's not the players. See, the one thing I have to respect about CF Montreal... The one thing I have to respect about them... This is crazy, but I'm going to say it. The Montreal fans and the players are now on the same wavelength. They're both, pardon my French, but they are fucking angry. The players and the fans are fucking angry. The board isn't, but the players and the fans are embarrassed and angry, and they want to make it right. They're on the same wavelength. I have to respect that. Toronto fans are angry. The coaches aren't. MLSE isn't. But the players aren't angry. They're playing like punks. I wish Toronto had the anger Montreal did. On both ends. Or at least, if not anger, at least have a kick to the ass. You know? Pride. Like, you can't tell me what Toronto's been going through for the past 5 years. These players don't feel pride eating at them and saying, hey, and Toluca just scored. Toluca just got one back. Angulo. Jesus Angulo gets it back. One. Uno. 20th minute for Alvarez. 0-1. Sedano Uno. And Jesus Angulo gets one back. What a shot. Far angle from the box and just says boom. Toluca didn't stay down for long. Tie game. How we doing, Jimmy? Please be that kind of game. I'd prefer Toluca just to score 4 now. I don't know about you. Yep. Not happy about that. Understandable. One, uno. Understandable. I think that's part of it. I think it's also that Saputo is a jackass. Yeah. A little bit, yeah. I'd prefer this to be like 4-1 Toluca by the end of it. Good answer, though. And Columbus won 3-1. One. Yep. See what I mean by anger? See what I mean by anger is a good motivator? Or embarrassment is a good motivator? Losing to Toronto, it was in Toronto, so that's a point towards Toronto. The way they did, hold on. It was 3-1, right? Like, that was ugly. Let's be real. No, it was after. It was before. Yeah, 3-0 actually. 3-1 was NYCFC game the next week. Yeah. That was embarrassing for Portland. And they've played as such since. I'd say if Ryan Gould doesn't come back, 10. If he comes back, dual 8. Like, whatever. But the thing about Muller is he dictates the tempo. He will be a midfielder. I believe that much. He's very good at passing, but I think Muller, when it comes to the Whitecaps, will play as a midfielder. Now, the question is depending on Ryan Gould's availability. Goal! Golazo! Goal! 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 Goal de Toluca! Goal de Paulinho! Pele kick! Overhead! Golazo! 2-1! Paulinho! Yeah, Toluca is back to where they should be. There we go. Ball crossed over the top. And Paulinho just says, boom. Pele kick. Paulinho with the assist. Toluca got the lead now. Boom. What a shot. Amazing. Okay, so averted disaster right there. Shit. Ones that I cover and don't cover, it's got to be damn near over 500. Coverage-wise, about 350 to 400. At least the past couple of years. Like, watching without covering them, plus the ones I cover, it's got to be over 650. It's got to be. 26 minute. 2-1, 2-1. Toluca didn't want to get embarrassed. Speaking of embarrassing, no way he didn't practice that. How is a freaking Pele kick not a golazo? Dude. Nah. Oh, you're a Montreal fan. I get it now. I forgot. Yeah. But it's 2-0. Good. 2-1 for Toluca now, which is the way it should be. '29th minute. Montreal had the lead just for Toluca to boom. Speaking of embarrassment is one of the best motivators. Getting scored on by Montreal. Toluca knew damn well that shouldn't be happening. '30th minute. Ball crossed in. Shot! Saved by Sawa. Well, like, just in general, like, if I was watching a team, Sergio Ramos. As a coach, I still think Sergio Ramos can, as a defender, at least have good bursts of speed, and he has crunching tackles. I don't think Muller, if I was coaching, fits my system more than Ramos does. So I guess in both cases, Sergio Ramos. I don't think I'd like to have either if I was coaching, especially at the ages they're at. For my system, if you could turn back the years and make them back like they were 25, I think probably still would go Ramos, but there's more to get out of Ramos with a high energy attacking shot. Oh, off the line. Offside. Like, as a fan, Sergio Ramos. As a coach, with the system that I want, high energy, never stop running, hard defense, heavy press, pressure the hell out of another team, make them make mistakes. I think Ramos would fit better, but I think it would be a tough. I think with their age, you can't really rely on them. But I think a slower center back could still put in crunching tackles and doesn't really give a fuck, pardon my French, about if he has to look a little bit dirty. I'd rather go with Ramos. Like, yeah, for sure. For sure. I will say, yeah, no, Vancouver did amazing, but again, for me, as I said yesterday, for the Vancouver situation, he's perfect. He is a Band-Aid. He is a big name, but he is a Band-Aid. They needed a guy like him. Toronto doesn't need no damn Band-Aids, is what I'm saying. We need younger players to build around who will not stop running, who will press their asses off, who will go down, just run down another team's throat, tough tackles, high physicality, an actual score, good at passing. I'm not saying not be technical, have good technical skills, but as well be very physical, be very antsy, be all over them like Watt on Rice. Heavy pressure, never stop running, high intensity. I'm not saying it should be a big project, but Toronto don't need no Band-Aids. I think we figured that out over the past, 3-4 years, that Band-Aids don't damn work. And the game's changed. Like, yeah, when you're right there, if they fit the system, a Band-Aid would work. But again, I think Muller's like 35. Yeah. Again, but they have to fit the system. You can't just break your system for a Band-Aid because they have a big name. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm not going to stand for a guy like Messi not running. Also, I'm not going to stand for a guy like Messi to bring his friends over who won't run either, especially the two geriatrics down the middle of the park. Now, Jordi Alba runs. DePaul runs, but he's not a geriatric. Jordi Alba doesn't really exactly look as old as his age would presume. He still runs. Messi doesn't run. He never really did. Busquets, geriatric at this point, a geriatric pylon at this point, and Suarez is even worse. Shot over the bar, even worse. So there's a difference between not moving because you're better. Like, Messi, the only reason he's allowed to is because his vision is so good, he knows when to run. But again, using him as an example, just because you know when to run doesn't mean if it doesn't fit the system, you shouldn't play that way. Now, Busquets and Suarez are just geriatrics at this point, especially Suarez. Like, he may still be very young in terms of a person, or somewhat young in terms of a person. But when it comes to football, he should be at the football old folks' home. Especially Suarez. Dude actually moves like a geriatric. It's not a far shot. The dude actually moves like a geriatric. It's not even a far shot. So, yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, same here, but turns out that player got traded because Toronto is idiotic. Because they have no idea. Jamaica, I believe. That 2015 Jamaica team was pretty damn solid. Which one? The Yassine, the actual bodyguard, or DePaul, the player bodyguard? Which one? You do realize Messi has both his bodyguards in Miami now. You do realize that. That makes that question very, very confusing. The 37th minute. That makes that question very, very confusing. The big bald. Okay. Big bald dude. Yeah, okay, so Yassine. I mean, I understand it, but didn't he already get kicked off the field? Like, didn't that already happen? Didn't that already happen? Huh. Blue Jays lost to the Royals. Shit. DePaul is a good pickup. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm not questioning that. Okay, the Blue Jays are still second the AL. Okay, good. Third the MLB. It's not a disaster, but they need Kirk, I swear. With that being said, 38th minute, 2-1, 2-1. Toluca were the better team for most of the game. If it weren't for the goal against, they would have been the best team so far. Excuse me. I mean, actual performance level-wise, Giovinco for Toronto. By the name of the player, Thomas Muller. Like, we don't know how good Thomas Muller will be. Like, ask me in 3 years. Like, ask me when he leaves. Giovinco, I still think, will be the better player of the two, MLS-wise. I don't know about trophies won, but the player, like the actual quality of the player, as they were in MLS, I still think it would be Giovinco, but by the name of the player, it's Muller. Like, Giovinco never had that big of a name. Unless you knew Italian football. Thank you, Dillon. So, Thomas Muller's going to Vancouver, yes. Have you been living under a rock? Prince Owuzu down. Yeah, I think they're going to get him. Thomas Muller is 35, I think. He is 35, yes. He'll be 36 in September. It's about the time the MLS Cup rolls around. If Vancouver gets what they want, 36. So 35 for a month. I mean, if you ask Dillon, he'd say yes. Saudi has gotten a little bit cooled off, I would say. I remember when they were buying everybody possible, like, 2 summers ago? Like, remember, like, I was the one watching Golazo Network, but, like, I remember watching Morning Footy, like, legitimately. I remember, point blank, I was in Seaverville in that, like, log cabin on vacation, and I woke up watching Morning Footy, and there was, like, 5 signings of, like, Conte, Benzema, like, to Saudi Arabia. I'm like, what the I was like, what? I mean, that whole summer was crazy, but, like, remember summer 23 where they just, like, signed every big name possible? Chelsea got a lot of help from Saudi, I won't lie. Koulibaly as well. Mendy, Edouard Mendy. Man, Chelsea did get a lot of help that summer. A lot of their shit players got shuffled out to Saudi Arabia that summer. So you know what? I guess it was positive. Because it put them back on the road to winning a Club World Cup. Yeah, Wessam Abu Ali went to Columbus. "43rd minute. At least most of them still remained. Fair. Like, I was okay with summer 23 when the players who went to Saudi went. But some of the moves that I've seen recently, now they're trying to get younger players. Like, when they got Jean Duran, I was like, what the hell? When that happened, and now he's in Turkey, I think, ain't he? Which he realized, like, he was like, oh shit, they're giving me the bag. Like, do you realize how good his form was for Villa? And then he just goes to Saudi. I'm like, dude. And then he realized that, yeah, he got the bag, but he screwed up, and now he's in Turkey, which is not really that much of a far step up from Saudi, but, you know, let's be real. Turkey did it first. Let's be real. Turkey did Saudi and China first. What China did, Turkey did first. What Saudi has done, China did before them, and then Turkey did before China. I feel like Saudi Arabia is trying to get a couple of Oscar-type players that they know they came from smaller, lower privileged upbringings, and they know that, hey, if this guy gets the bag, at least to come here, he's going to take it. Who's to say he'll stay? But if we pay him up front to come and he packs up basically 6 months of a bag, that's going to be something his family never seen. Understandable. I'm not saying it ain't. It is understandable, but I'm shocked. They went from Buwanga to St. Maximin. Not a bad move, mind you. I'm just shocked that it's happening. I don't think I ever expected that. Like MLS getting St. Maximin, I could have seen that happening, weirdly enough. America? It ain't going to be Bouanga, that's for sure. They needed a guy like him, though. I think it's not Bouanga, but then again, St. Maximin just was playing in the Prem, a year ago before he went to Saudi? He's got to have something left, right? He ain't Bouanga, but should be a good move for him. Hey, as long as they're good players, does it really matter? 46th minute, 2-1, 2-1. Playing forward, Toluca. Shot save. And covered by Sawa. So, who is better, St. Maximin or Bouanga? Well, if this was like a year and a half ago, definitely St. Maximin. I mean, they got to be closer now. I'll lean Bouanga. I'll lean towards Bouanga. Toluca líder 2-1. Miro tiempo contra Montréal. Toluca líder de la partido. Primera gol de la Montréal. Toluca. Toluca, goles 2 y 3 de la partido. En la 6 minutos. 2-1 esta noche. Miro tiempo. 2-1 at the half. I mean, my heart dropped. It was the same reaction I really had to the Gaudreau brothers. Because I was one of the first, I'm not saying that, but like I was scrolling through Reddit. I was eating some damn graham crackers like 3 a.m. or whatever. And I see the first headline, Marsa, Jota killed in car accident. I'm like, you can't be serious. Because this was before everybody got it. It was Marsa first. And I was like, you got to be joking. Because, I mean, the first time I saw the news about the Gaudreaus was on Reddit. That was on camera, though. I was on stream when I saw that first news about the Gaudreaus, like the first rumors flying. And then it got confirmed, like, within the morning, like about 3 a.m. the next day, which I was still up. I told you I have a shit sleep schedule. But either way, I saw the first reports, and my heart dropped. I'm like, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. And the ironic part, I can't say it's funny, but the ironic part is Jota's situation and the Gaudreau's situation were very similar. Weirdly enough, it was very similar within like a year of each other. And I say that's weird because, I mean, football and hockey, like those are my two favorite sports, like right up next to each other. So I had a whole hell of a lot of respect for Johnny Gaudreau. Thought he was an amazing hockey player. Same with Jota being an amazing football player. And they, of course, had brothers who were not as good as them, who were less known, unless you knew. I think I knew Matthew Gaudreau more, as in, like, knowing who he was more than I did Andre Silva. But to be clear, but my heart dropped. Like, I saw the Marsa report. I'm like, you can't be serious. And then, like, an hour later, it was truly confirmed by, like, Sky and all that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. It's still sad, really. It's still sad, really, but I'm glad Liverpool retired his number. I'm glad that they're still honoring him. He's still on their store list of numbers. Yeah. That's also kind of the ironic part. Like the Gaudreaus were going to a wedding, going to be part of their sister's wedding before they died in a traffic incident. But they were driving their bikes, of course, or riding their bikes. They got hit by a drunk driver, of course. But they were there for their sister's wedding. Diogo Jota got married 3 days before he died. I'm sure Andre was there for his wedding. Right? And they died in a traffic incident. A crash. How ironic is that? Like it's ironic, you know. Like it's very similar. Like I just can't get past that. Like I know no football fan, unless you really love hockey like I do. I know Rory sees it similarly. Like it's just ironic because a year ago, the Gaudreaus, a very similar situation. And it's not like Jota was doing anything stupid to lead to it. It was a tire puncture that made them crash. It's not like he was drunk or speeding. He wasn't breaking any laws. So again, that's what's the worst part about it. Shit luck. You know? So I just hate to look at it. Like the thing that gets me much worse is that I look at the Jota and Silva, and I see them and I look at the Gaudreaus. I see the Gaudreaus. It's the same. It's basically the same situation. Within a year, in my two main favorite sports, it sucks because this whole year, 2024 to 25, the whole hockey season, everybody was mourning the Gaudreau brothers, right? From August to September, I was watching Central American Cup, so about a year, right? The whole season. Gaudreau's name was on USA jerseys in the locker room during the World Juniors, during the Four Nations. The Blue Jackets had a pretty good season, all things considered, without him. And they were under the cap floor. They were allowed to be under the cap floor by the NHL. Right? And it was the love that the sport showed for the Gaudreau brothers after they passed, like from day one to the end of the Stanley Cup final, was wonderful. And still do. I mean, didn't his wife read a draft pick at the draft? I think. Johnny's wife, I think. So still now, right? And then you look at the Jota and his brother, and it's a similar situation. And I know I've seen football fans and football teams have been so loving to their families, to the memory of the guys, the brothers. And it sucks to see my other favorite sport have to have the same situation just a year later. And I love all the tributes that the Jotas are getting and will get up until May. I'm sure after as well, but like this year is really that year of mourning, like the NHL did it. I would hope that they get the same love and care. The families, their memories, get the same love and care the Gaudreaus got. So I'm totally fine with Liverpool throughout the season being loving and memorabilia and all that, all the other football teams. Such is the way it is, but it's the same it sucks to see the same situation basically play out pretty much A to Z, right? And in both your favorite sports, like one after the other. And it's sad because Johnny, all accounts, sounded like an amazing man, not just an amazing hockey player. Same with Matthew. The Jota, Diego Jota, sounded like an amazing man, not just an amazing football player. Same with Andre Silva. It, from all you can hear, right? And God, it makes you realize that if you don't have other things to realize, it makes you realize for some reason, it makes you question, why does God take the good ones? You know? So, like that. And all the shit bags are still on earth, you know? Not like there's other things that make me ask that question, but either way, got to take a short break at half, talk about stats, get this one going. Sit tight, 2-1, 2-1. We're back for the sets of the half. Ooh. Nice. Hey, sometimes you got to take the... Yeah. Well, football's been good. Some of the events have been sad, but I'd say it's been good overall, yeah. Man, did that one hit. What, you mean? Stats of the half, 54% possession of 46% possession, 9 shots to 3, 6 shots on target to 2, 208 accurate passes, 82% to 160, 75%, 8 fouls to 5, 0 corners to 4, 9 shot to 3, 6 shots on goal to 2. We have 254 passes, 214, 82% pass accuracy to 75, 14 throws to 3, 0 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards, 0, 0 red cards, 0, 2-1 for this game. Toluca's been the better team for most of the first half, except for the goal they allowed. But really, Montreal's been outclassed by Toluca for most of the game. Montreal held on for like 20 minutes and got the lead and then proceeded to blow it spectacularly. Okay. Nice. Extra patty for free. They accidentally made his burger a double. So it's called Burger She Wrote. Well, if I go to California and go to the Grove, I'll remember that. I'll remember that. Or, well, hopefully whenever. $5 because of it. Save $5. Well, that's a good. Well, shit. A double hamburger plus $5 for a double hamburger. Oh, it's California. That makes sense. Okay, that totally makes sense. I forgot. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I'm like, that better be a good quality hamburger patty. That better be fucking good quality. That better be fucking good quality. Because if it's like fucking, I'm not saying McDonald's quality, but if it's like just any burger patty you could get anywhere, $5 for an extra patty, you're out of your damn mind. They'll charge me for the freaking extra pickles, won't they? Okay, scratch that, maybe. They'll fucking charge me for the extra pickles, aren't they? Shit. 46-minute, pardon my French. It's not a fast food place, one of the highest rated burgers at all of SoCal. Okay, so you're saying it's worth it, is what you're saying. Will they charge me for extra pickles, by the way? Because, yes, I'm getting extra pickles. Duh, I always do. No matter where. 2-1, 2-1. So you're saying it's worth it. Two to one, 2-1, second half. Toluca was the better team. Playing forward, Toluca. Shot save. Haven't tried it yet because I was busy ordering other things next to it, Venice Beach. Could have technically gotten it too. Just didn't feel like going to the next door window that day. Mazatlan 2-0 against Houston Dynamo. That doesn't surprise me. Marathon Burger, okay. Mazatlan 2-0 versus Houston. I'm not surprised. Houston sucks. It's fire. Okay. It should have been. Dude got $5 off his damn burger. It better have been. His somewhat discounted double burger. It better be. '50th minute. '50th minute. Lol. $2-1 for Toluca. He got the Oklahoma burger. Patties that have grilled onions cooked into them at the same time, cheese, sauce, pickles, all on a King's Hawaiian roll. That little bit of sweetness would fuck with me. I could do that. I don't know what the sauce tastes like, but the sweetness of the King's Hawaiian roll would totally. That would totally fuck with me. It's almost 10 o'clock. It doesn't matter. Like, seriously, no. I mean, I don't know if it was the actual Chick-fil-A sandwich, but like a sweet bun or like sweetness in a savory burger. No. I know King's Hawaiian rolls are a bit sweet. No. Formula One, F1. At the theaters. Like I saw Twisters last year. It's my movie of the summer. Formula One, F1. Or F1, yes. Amazing movie, though. Was way worth it. And whenever it comes out on streaming, if I could watch it just whenever I want to for free, I'll watch it again. Just like, I haven't watched Twisters since the actual movie came out. But I would watch Twisters again for sure. But yeah, no, just F1. But amazing movie. Amazing movie. '53rd minute. But yeah, amazing movie F1 was. That was an amazing movie. If there was any IMAX theater near me, I have half a mind to go back when it comes back out on Netflix, or IMAX, I should say. Because I think F1, like in August, is coming back out on IMAX. but I don't think there's any IMAX theaters next to me. I think the biggest screen that my local theater has is a super or deluxe screen. Is that bigger than the super screen? I'm not sure. But I have half a damn mind to, whenever F1 movie comes out on IMAX, if there was an IMAX theater close to me, I would go and see it that way. But I don't. Oh. Oh. Oh, there is. Huh, what do you know? Well, what do you know? Oh, well, what do you know? There is one that actually is IMAX around here that isn't that far. I have half a mind to go. Yellow card for Waterman. Nice. Okay. Montreal only has 3 shots. I'm not surprised. Huh. Okay. That's only about... with good interviews or good reviews. Good reviews for the IMAX itself. 13 miles. Say I won't. 55th minute. Huh. Lattori's off for Seeley. There's Dante Seeley coming on. Well, there you go. Dante Seeley is on against Toluca 2-1. Oh, well, look at that. 42 NHL players, 13 goalies, 13 defensemen, 26 forwards were selected by Doug Armstrong to Canada's Olympic orientation camp. Bennington, Parayko, and Thomas got an invite. Well, good. Let's see what Leafs or former Leafs got called up. Okay, here we go. There it is. Montembeault. Well, he's on the Habs, but I'm sure Rory would be happy about that. Montembeault going to the Canadian orientation camp. Aiden Hill. I'll just read out the roster. Bennington, Hill, Montembeault. Defense, Bouchard, Dobson, Doughty, Ekblad, Harley, McCarr, Montour, Morrissey, Parayko, Sanheim, Theodore, Taves, Devin Taves. Okay. Bedard, Bennett, Byfield, Celebrini, Sorelli, Crosby, Hagel, Horvat, Hyman, Jarvis, Johnston, Konechny, McKinnon, Marchand, Marner, McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, Point, Reinhart, Scheifele, Stone, Suzuki, Tavares, Thomas, Verhaeghe, Wilson. So just Tavares. Yeah, I heard. We were talking about it earlier. So just John Tavares from the Leafs. That's it. And I guess Marner, the former Leaf, and Hyman. Zach Hyman, former Leaf. Scheifele. 58th minute. Winnipeg's got a couple. One. Well, that is a couple. That's two. A couple is two. Playing forward, 58th minute. Yeah, 2-1. Yep, 2-1. Toluca 2-1. Montreal. Toluca's still the better team so far. So that means Montreal only had 2 players, Dobson and Montembeault. The Leafs only have 1. I'm sure Matthews will be at the Olympics. Carlson. I'm sure there are people who could. I'm sure there are people who can make it. I'm sure there are people who could make it throughout the season and find their way in by late. Playing forward, 2-1, 60th minute. Owusu in blue is weird. He's been playing better wearing blue. Shot over the bar. Suzuki and Sammy are on Canada, not surprised. Oh yeah, okay. Lane Hudson not on USA pisses me off. Honestly, I don't blame you. 60th minute. Yeah. Oh, he just announced it. Human Son announced he's leaving Tottenham. He actually announced it 51 minutes ago. Header Owusu! Goal! Oh no, it's off the line. He just missed. It didn't go in. It went off the post across the line and cleared off the line. Oh my. I thought that was going in. It did not. It just stayed off, just past the line. It got cleared off the line. It didn't fully cross. Wow. Owusu almost tied the game up. Very unlucky. Very. Throw in 62nd minute. Man, you know, Owusu deserved that. Owusu was just about to score against a red team, a real striker, as a real striker. Maybe he never liked Toronto. Or maybe Toronto was filled with cancers that didn't give him the ball. Maybe Owusu at least gets the ball from players who at least play as a team. Even if they may be shit, Montreal plays as a team. And they give him the ball, and they actually give him service. Owusu goal! Forget unlucky. He scores. He's offside. He's offside. No. He was onside. I'll go to bat for him there. Weirdly that while he's wearing blue, but that was no, he wasn't. No. He was not. He fell. The defender fell. If he stood on his feet, he was onside. You're telling me because the defender went and dived, he's off. Bullshit. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. No. You're telling me because the defender fell, tripped, he's offside. No. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. And it's offside. I can't get behind that. No. Owusu has one more in him. He's going to keep going. Didn't this happen to him against Leon? Where he got screwed 3 times before he actually scored? Didn't that happen? I could have sworn. Well, he's going to score. Didn't it happen the same way against Leon? Where he got screwed a couple of times and then he scored? It might happen again. Shot saved by Sawa. Corner for Toluca. Toluca's got to score at this point if they don't want to go to a shootout. Let's be real. The way Toluca's been playing, or the way Montreal's been playing recently, I'll be honest. Montreal have been playing very well this second half. They're starting to... They've had some solid games. Way more than I expected. Against Lyon, they were honestly the better team. And against Toluca, they're not afraid to play them. They're not afraid of what Toluca is. Cross in. Headed away. Chipped over the top. Okay. What the hell? Sweden is rinsing Canada, who are down 4-1 early the second period. Could fall to 0-2 to start the World Junior Summer Showcase. Canada's given up 14 goals in not yet 2 games. Oh no. 66th minute. Huh. Well. Oh no. The World Junior is going to be a shit show in January, or Christmas, Boxing Day in January. Oh. Oh, okay. Stop panicking. Feels like it's important to mention Canada sent all returnees home before this game, so no one who played in the World Juniors last winter and are eligible for the 2026 tournament aren't there. It's a B squad. The players that they know who will be on the team in December and January, are not there right now. It's a B squad. Getting a look at the rest of the team and potential futures and seeing how they play. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. Still not a good look for Canada to be losing that bad against Finland and Sweden. But, if it's just a B team and we got gold cupped, okay, that's fine. Doesn't give me that much confidence going into the World Juniors, plus the last 2 World Juniors. The ways that ran out and happened. 68th minute. Then again, there were players we thought that would make the team last tournament and didn't make it because Hockey Canada was dumb. So just because we think they're locked in doesn't mean they really are. Swedes lit up the Americans pretty good, too. Okay, well, that's good news. '69th minute. Cross in. Brought down. Shot. Not so much. Heleno. Shot blocked away. '70th minute. The Yankees are getting their shit rocked by the, well, I wouldn't say shit rocked, but they're losing to the Marlins. Good. Good for Toronto. The Marlins are beating the Yankees. Oh, my God. I don't know if I agree with that. Out for a throw. 70th minute. 2-1. Substitutions, Castro and Dominguez are coming on for Heleno. And '71st minute. 2-1, 2-1. '71st minute. Can Toluca hold on? '72nd minute. Toluca's calmed down a little bit, or at least calmed Montreal down a little bit, I should say. That's good news. Clark taken down. Here comes Toluca. Dominguez. Toluca gets another goal. That would be really good for him. Shot over the bar. A little bit too much power and loft. '73rd minute. '73rd minute. Or not. Playing forward. And the Yankees took the lead back against the Mariners. My bad. 74th minute. Headed away. '74th minute. Montreal's had their moments. '74th minute. Two to one. You're familiar with the K League to a point you have a take on it. I mean, the Korean League, yeah, I'm familiar with it. A little bit. Has good talent. They have good talent over there. It's a solid league. They've got some really strong teams. Jeonbuk, Ulsan Hyundai, of course. They've got some strong teams out there. It's a definitely low-key league, I would say. I mean, the most it got popular was during COVID. I remember that because it was the first one to come back, and I remember that. Waterman off for Craig, and Olger Escobar coming on for the 76th minute. One football does offer it. Well, there you go. I remember was both it and the KBO. The KBO and the K League both came back pretty quickly during COVID. I remember when people were just watching KBO and the K League. That was crazy. That was a crazy time. Header. I could see the KBO having a similar impact during the next MLB lockout, but that's neither here nor there. Cross in. Saved. Excuse me. '78th minute. Sealy should have started. Brian, favorite Shrek movie. I would say the first one. The first one. So Lando is 15 points behind Piastri. Okay. After the last Grand Prix. Okay. 25 versus. So if Lando wins, he'll be 6 behind Piastri at the summer break if they go 1-2. Okay. Shrek 2, I can understand that. Yeah. 79th minute. '79th minute. '79th minute. Marcel. Not happy with the ref. Olga Escobar gets fouled at the top, just above the box. Free kick for Montreal. We'll review this game once it's over. And there you go. Putting up the review soon. '80th minute. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Brandon Craig standing over the free kick. This is, okay, that's something. Hope it works for you. Oh, I don't know if I do, but I'm being sarcastic. Brandon Craig over the free kick. Shot off the wall. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. That was something. That was something. Do with that what you will. 81st minute. Owuzu tips it over. That's out for a goal kick. No, corner for Montreal. Yep. Fair enough. That is the right call. '81st minute. Oh, out for a throw. Nine minutes to go. Well, actually 8. Plus stoppage time. '82nd minute. Free kick for Toluca. (2-1) Dos Uno. Still Toluca lead. Vega's off for Morales. Paulinho's off for Mendez. Oh, if you allow a goal, you're playing with fire. Toluca's playing with fire now. If they allow a goal from Montreal, they just took off 2 of their best players for a shootout. They might have just played themselves. I hope they didn't, but they might have just played themselves. Montreal or Toluca might have just played themselves. Graham Roach is on for Bugaj. If they allow a goal, it's going to a shootout. That's the first part. Second of all, Toluca just took off 2 of their best players for a shootout if this goes to a shootout. Just to be clear. They got to hold on for another 6 plus 7 plus whatever minutes. Over 10 minutes to still hold on with whatever they add, most likely. Now 6 plus whatever. Possibility that's just about 9 minutes to hold instead of 10, but, you know. Second half, Montreal has been pretty solid. They haven't been out of this. I will say there's a way you could say Montreal has not been out of this game at all. I'm not saying they've been hard done by with a result, but I will definitely say that 2-1's a fair result. A draw and winning a shootout's also a fair result. It's out for a goal kick. Petrasso puts it over the bar. I would have to say, I'm not saying this is a bad result, but it's definitely not good result. So, do with that what you will. I don't think Toluca's been all that convincing. I would agree with that. Montreal's definitely kept it close. In that second half, I think Montreal's been very good at chasing the game. Arguably, they should be drawing already. I feel like Owusu's offside was bullshit. Okay, so maybe they have been hard done by. I mean, the one off the post is just physics. He got screwed by physics. The offside, no. I still fail to see how that was offside. Like, I get by the letter of the law, I guess he was, but when a defender falls, if he had stood up, he would have been onside. That's being a little bit obtuse. I'm sorry, that's being obtuse. I don't think that's a good way to call it. Like, you should have called it by the fact of, hey, if he stood up and stayed upright onside, they would have been along the line with each other. Either way, I still don't like the call on that one. I really don't. The fact that I'm defending Montreal there is crazy. '87th minute. Oh, okay, he lets it back and picks it up. Throw in 87th minute. Alvarez gets it back, chips it through. Petrasso gets beat to the ball. Keeper kicks it away. 88th, getting to the 88th minute. About 6 minutes left in this game, give or take. Matt Turner returning to the Revs is very good for him. He needs playing time. The Revs need a goalie like Matt Turner. No disrespect to Ivicic, but if Matt Turner turns back the clock to what he was when he was at the Revs, they got a better goalie. I think it could be a win-win for both sides. Now, is it enough to get Matt Turner to become the number one of the USMNT again? I don't know, but that's up to him. And up to Pochettino, I should say. Shot. Oh, good clearance. Roach doesn't get the shot. It's a corner. 88th minute. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 2-1. 2-1. Montreal is down. Oh. Tough defense played. Defender, goalie's down with a minute to go. Let's check the substitutions. So 2 windows, 4 subs used. So if they have to sub on Gonzalez, they can. They can sub him on if need be. Looks like they might. Looks like they might. 4 minutes of stoppage time. They have to switch goalies. Yep, it looks like they're actually going to have to make the switch. He's getting bandaged on his head. I actually see the other goalie moving a lot. So let's see what happens here. Garcia's up. See if they let him play or... He's trying to stay in. He's definitely trying to stay in, but I don't think he will be able to. I think Hugo Gonzalez, he's putting his gloves on. He's coming in. He's got to be. Or not. He's going full Kepa. Garcia's going full Kepa. He's going full Kepa. He's going full Kepa. The MLS medical director. He's trying. He's trying to stay on. Yep, he's staying on. Man, that goalie's going to be pissed. Corner, 92nd minute. Nuts. Well, the Yankees actually lost to the Marlins. What a nutty game. Corner. I'm going to guess this goes to 96 minutes because by the time this got started, maybe 96:30 because there's 4 minutes of stoppage time. So it's definitely going over 4 minutes. Probably 96, 97 at this point. Cross in, header over the bar. Another corner. Corner. Cross in. Punched away. Save. Clear. Be a free kick the other way. Oh, maybe he should have been pulled. Maybe he should have been pulled. Ay, ay, ay. Maybe he should have been pulled. That was not... I mean, he did get, absolutely swallowed up by Montreal players, and he got the punch, but he dropped the ball. Nah, he probably should have been pulled. 94th minute. 94th minute. I don't know. Maybe he should have been pulled, but in the end, might have worked out. If they allow a goal the next 2 minutes. Playing forward, cross, blocked away. Toluca having to do a lot more defensive work just to make sure they don't blow it. Sawa. Second ball, cleared. 1 more minute to go. I would guess. Somewhat, about a minute or two. 95th minute. Toluca 2-1, 2-1. If they blow it. Remember, if they allow a goal, we go to a shootout. Pushed it forward. Brought down. If Toluca allows a goal, free kick the top of the box. Yellow card. Oh no, it's a yellow card on Montreal, so it's a free kick for Toluca. Well, that's a good reprieve. Roach, yellow card. See if there's any other starts. LAFC leads Pachuca 1-0. Well, there you go. 96th minute. Free kick for Toluca. Marcel gets fouled. Over the top, headed away. Full time! Toluca wins 2-1. 2-1 esta noche. Toluca ganador. Montreal, they fought their asses off. Frankly, they probably should have got to a shootout, but Toluca gets the full 3 points. Could have been worse. Much worse. Very worse. But with that being said, there you go. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Well, damn, that sucks. Like this stream. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. 2-1 for Toluca. And then tomorrow we'll be here for a Medi Covers Minnesota live and review. And then Sunday morning for the F1 Hungarian Grand Prix. So that's what this weekend looks like. We'll review this match. I'll be back very soon to tell you how I feel about it. And there you go. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See ya.